Hello my little Stormclouds and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. We are back with part 3 of my fantasy save file, and I just thought there was actually some builds that aren't even within Willow Creek because I've made them and then they didn't work with Willow Creek, or they're just builds that I did in the past that work with the fantasy save file. So I'm going to go over 3 builds today that are within Willow Creek, and then I think I'm going to do the other builds that are on the other lots for another part, and then these ones down here for the final part. And then obviously I will have more builds, so then in the future these will be filled and I'll do another little exploring them with you as well. If you don't know anything about this fantasy save file, please go to at least part 1 because I go into in-depth explanations about where you can find this, how to get stuff. You don't need mods, no CC, all of that. It'll all be in part 1. So today I'm covering these 3 builds. I'm doing the Woohoo House, the Medieval Cemetery and the Medieval Library, because I'm pretty sure these are the builds that I did next. I did the Woohoo House, then I did the Library, and then I did the Medieval Cemetery. So let's go with the Woohoo House. If you don't know what the Woohoo House is, you are too young to be here, but it is a play on words. I don't want to say what it is because I don't want to get this video suppressed, so I'm just gonna go with that. Also, I am using a lot of packs for this, so don't forget, if you want to, you can use my code STORM at checkout on the EA app or the Sims website. It's not a discount code, but I make a little bit of commission if you do decide to use my code, so thank you if you do decide to use my code. So I'm going to say again, I had so much fun with this build. With a lot of these fantasy save files, I have so much fun because I have to do things to work out how to make stuff work within that time period, because this is more medieval themed, but don't forget it is fantasy, so it's not going to be exact to the medieval period. But if you look at a lot of fantasy films, they are based normally around something historical. So this is the outside. It is a very large build. That is because there was a lot of rooms in here. We did add a little bit of a water section here, so your Sims can relax in here or skinny dip in here. And then I just did some seating around here. So let's have a look inside. Let's go all the way down to the bottom. So this is the first floor. We have a stage here, and your Sims can actually dance, but it's not really dancing, it's yoga they can do. You can see I have sized down mats here, and you can get them to do a yoga routine on here. And also we've got a pull. Yes, pulls would not be around in medieval times, at least I don't think, but I wanted to have some fun with this, so I added a pull, and then there's a yoga mat in front of it, and some of the moves almost look like they're using a pull. So that was just a little bit of fun. There is some like artsy pictures that I got off the gallery. Nothing too bad because they are just on the gallery, so it is fine. Got a little entrance sign-in area with a couple of toilets down here. I just added some tables around this area for people that want to watch a show going on. Then we've also got stuff like this. This is from Lovestruck. It is the picnic blankets. So your Sims can sit here, and these picnic blankets you can actually woohoo on as well. And then I've also done the same back here. I did this like little rounded room down here. Again, loads of blankets down. We've got some like pillows around the place. And it's just supposed to look like a little cozy area. It's a little bit glitchy around here because of the platform, but when you look in from here, it looks fine. And you can also just go around the back here, and I just added some seating. And then over here, I added these. These are from the Snowy Escape pack. I wanted some more tables where you like sit down. I thought it was a little bit more intimate, but you can see the table that is on top technically isn't the table that's from Snowy Escape. I just used the basement trick because I wanted the table to look different. Sim has placed this on here. Right, and then in here I have some bathing areas, and this is functional. Again, I mentioned the person in the last one. This is an idea I saw from Sim Scrolls. I love their stuff. So what you do is you have a bathtub, and then this is the nectar making thing, which I've hid this inside here so your Sims can't see it when you're actually playing. But you place this in the basement and raise it up so the bath is still functional in there. And then the water is actually filled up with, I think it's the bed bath water I filled this up with. I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure it is. And I've done 2 of those. And I've had it so it's like open like this because I was like, well, it's a woohoo house. It's supposed to be a little bit more sensual. So I decided to do that. I lost quite a few subscribers when I did this build. It was quite funny. But I just wanted to have a little bit of fun. And then we've got these little rooms down here. And again, we've got yoga mats. So your Sim can sit down and another sim can dance in front of them. Some more seating with a little fireplace down here. And if we want any shows, we've got a piano and a microphone too. So up on the next level is where all the bedrooms are. We definitely wanted to go for that red theme to show a little bit of the passion. We've got a bar area over here. Your sims can come sit down on the picnic area, or there's just little seating. This is like the main bedroom I did, so it's like the largest one at the back of the house. We've got a standard bed in there, as well as some seating. All of them have like little dressing tables so the sims can get ready. And then I also did a little picnic area in this room that's all curtained in. And we can also see down to the stage here. In here I added just a bathtub and a single toilet. I maybe should have added more toilets in here, but it's fine. And then all the bedrooms are pretty identical, just the sizes and shapes are slightly different. But I wanted to keep them all pretty much the same. You can see here I added curtains around all of the beds. There's a fireplace in them all. There's a dressing table in them all. As well as I think I put the little luggage thing in there so your sims can dress up. So yeah, that is pretty much this build, because I'm pretty sure I ended those 2 levels. Yeah, I did. Did add some balconies as well. So that is the woohoo house that lost me a fair few subscribers. But it's fine. It's all just for a bit of fun. So after that build, I did the library, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I did this one before the cemetery, because I did the cemetery just after Life and Death came out. But I think I did the Roman baths before this, which is one that I placed in Tartosa, but I'm going to show you those ones in the next part. I think I've got like 2 or 3 other builds that work better in other worlds, so I will go over those ones too. Let's put these up so you can see it. So this is the medieval style library, and it is a very, very large build. It's very symmetrical. And again, if you look at the front, we've got like these big double doors here on the front on both sides, but this one is covered up, and there is a reason for that when we go into it. Let's go down to the bottom level. So the bottom level is just the main library. Lots and lots of books you can see here. We also did add a toilet either side, just here and here. Some little reading areas to sit and read, but then we've also got these little desk areas so your sim can come and do some work. And I did add typewriters in here because I'm pretty sure a lot requirement for libraries was to have a computer. So I was like, well, the typewriter almost sort of works. We want to keep it sort of functional for the world of the Sims. You can see we've got lots of bookshelves here, and obviously they are functional. Maybe not the top ones, but that doesn't matter. And then I've also got these little reading nook areas here. This one doesn't have as much detail in there. Did I just forget? I can't remember. It was a while ago that I built this one as well. We've also got this little like sign-in area for people to come across if they want to sign out any books. And then we go upstairs here to the next level, which this next level mainly just looks down onto here. I didn't want to add more books up here really, so I kept it really open. You can just come up here, play chess, sit and do some work, and it's just got a few little details, nothing spectacular. So this is where the secret bit comes in handy, and I'm thinking of changing these out to the new bookshelves which are hidden, because that pack wasn't out yet. It's that kit, the one that's for Bella Goth. So I might switch this out, but these are the bookshelves that you can walk through. It's actually a door, not a bookshelf. So there's like a secret walkway up here, and that's why this door is now blocked and grown over, because it's not used, because there is a secret staircase. So when we go up here, we do have another little bit of a library, but the thing is with this one, I swear down there was more details in this. Like I said, I lost a lot of things because of a corrupt file, but yeah, in here it's more magical based, and like I said in previous videos, this world isn't supposed to be magical. This is more like the human realm. We will be doing more magical like elves and fairies and stuff in other worlds that fit a little bit more. But up here we have some more magical side of things, and that's why it's like hidden. See, I use a lot of realm of magic up here. There's also a lot of vampire related stuff up here. We have a coffin and some things going on here. So we don't know, something weird is going on. And then we also have a portal to the magic realm. And again, we've just got like bookshelves dotted around the place and books on the floor. And I've also got these little like study areas for Sims as well. So yeah, I just wanted to have a bit of fun with that one, try to tell a little bit of a story. So that is my medieval library with a secret magic library. And then the last one today is the medieval cemetery. And I was a bit on edge on whether to do this one because I don't like anything that's like religious related. And obviously churches are religious. But I really wanted to do something that was like really medieval themed, so I did base this on actual medieval churches here in the UK. So there is some elements that are like real things within this, but not fully. So it's quite a small church, and if you don't know, so graveyards actually had to be within the like a certain distance of a church back in the day, because most people were religious back then. So we also do have some of the crypts and stuff here. I did a little crypt that I made myself as well here, and like I said, lots of gravestones. And I don't know if there's a reason for this, but I've like built it going upwards, and I think, and by the looks of it, it was a drainage thing. They didn't want graveyards to get flooded, so they would build them on a hill so stuff could be drained off to the sides and it wouldn't bring any bodies or anything up. I think that is the reason. It's what sort of speculated. By the way, all these like squares on the floor are the fireflies, which show up when you're in live mode. So yeah, I've got like graveyards all the way around here. And somebody else also said that there was a certain type of tree which stopped livestock coming on to like, that might dig up the bones and stuff. And I think it was a tree that it looked like this. So that was an accident that I did that. But I really like that. That's really cool. So yeah, this is the little church. It's quite a small church. I didn't want to do anything too large. There's a little bell in this top room, and then we go down. Here's like a 2-high room in there. And I did a really simple church. Nothing too exciting. We've just got basic chairs going either side. I added these like spandrels going in because I just thought it looked really elegant. And then I have a little coffin area here. And then one other fun little thing that I added is if we go back here, there is actually a set of stairs down underneath. And this is because back in medieval times, what they used to do, if you were poor, you would pay for a temporary grave. Well, a family member would pay for a temporary grave on the churchyard site. And because they couldn't afford to keep you there, you would just get a temporary site, and then your bones would still be buried within the church grounds as a religious thing, but you would literally just be dumped in what's something called a charnel house, I think it's pronounced. And then in the Victorian times, these charnel houses were like museums. And sometimes they were laid out really well, sometimes they were just like dumped. So I added lots of skulls and bones. I even added some cow plants in there to give a hint towards The Sims. But yeah, I just had a little small charnel house down here. So that is the final build for today's part. So I will be doing 2 more parts until I've done more builds. I'll do a few more builds and then do a bit more of an exploring. Because I know in the speed builds, I do a little bit of showing off, but it's more like RE style, showing off, not actually going through them. So it's really fun to explore them. And I really loved all the feedback I got on my part 1. Thank you so much. Everybody was so nice. And I really enjoy doing this. Again, don't forget you can use code STORM at checkout. And that is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!